PAHA Medakoyepi, Markie and Machiapewa. Atewa eki Oglala Lakota, Chankbe opi etaha. Inawa eki Chacha Tchoma oyate, Kea PAHA etaha. Tiosh Baewa eki Chankbe opi unketaha below. Hello, my relatives. My name's Markie Berigo. I'm from the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, the Oglala Lakota Nation. My family's from the Wounded Knee community. I do acting and writing, documentary film, spoken word poetry films, and music. Something I've also been doing is movement arts as a form of that visual poetry too. But I was not always able to do these. In my early childhood, I had a period of time where I had a form of being mute, and it was pretty significant to my life. They thought that I could not speak. And that may have been true to some degree, because even as I became a young man, I could not seem to do basic interactions in public. And that started to affect my health. My throat became tight, and many health problems started to form. A doctor even told me to get ready for the possibility of thyroid cancer. Well, I started to realize that the way I felt physically was the way I felt emotionally. That tightening in my throat was me feeling that my world was getting smaller, tighter, and smaller with each day. Because I could not communicate. I couldn't picture living a normal life. And so my body reflected that. I realized that out of necessity, if I wanted to keep living, then I'm gonna have to learn how to be expressive. That which you held in for so long, you can find ways of expressing that fear, that pain. And that started with movement arts, which became martial arts, which became any way that I could move my body to feel expressed. And once my body felt movement, I felt like I could push myself to speak in front of strangers for the first time. And around that time, I started doing theater, kind of pushing myself to be more expressive. And somehow, my path put me where I would start relearning the Lakota language, which changed my life a lot for the better. Lakota is a language of relatives. I'm finally starting to understand what that means. Because the way we talk about things is always, everything is referred to as a relative. All my relatives, we're all related, we're all connected. Without exception, every animate and inanimate, everything. I emphasize a lot of Lakota and Lakowichocha in everything I create because I feel grateful that it brought me a sense of interconnection so I could continue to live. Well-being in one way led to another and another until somehow I was writing and acting in stories, doing spoken word. I never would have pictured that I'd even be teaching Lakota language and storytelling in front of a classroom of my people. After a lot of years of doing that, I really did feel that difference physically, and my thyroid felt better. Just to be sure, I went to the doctor, and sure enough, they confirmed that my thyroid was okay. Wichozani. This is a Lakota word that, maybe the translation, we might say something like well-being. It's everything together, it's not just what people call mental health. It's not just physical health, emotional, spiritual. It's all of them together. They are not separate. You may not think your relationship with others affects your health, but it does. You may not think your relationship with creation affects your health, but it does. You may not think treating yourself well and with kindness will benefit your relatives, but it does. Sometimes that's what it takes for a lot of us to heal and find that Wichozani is to create things, to express that which we held inside, which we were afraid to express. When we're able to do that, it's to the benefit of everybody. We are all related, and it's never too late to remember that. You are my relatives. Pila Maya